So kinematics lecture number 4, vertical projection. So in this, we will be dealing with object which are moving under the influence of acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity. Since acceleration due to gravity due to is constant, we can use equation of motions. Equation of motion. Remember that here gravity is equal to 10 ms negative 2. It is not, it will be not taking 9.8. We'll be taking 10. So there will be two types of gravitational. Let's just work upon that. The x, y, let's say, and this is even x and y. So let's just say a line goes like this. And so the vector quantity, if we say change in x and change in y, your m here will be negative g, because this is what? Declining right downwards. So remember this, that upward direction velocity is considered positive. Here acceleration is equal to minus g, which will be minus 10 ms negative 2. Similarly, let's change the other side and let's just work upon this. This will give me change in x and change in y, but your m here is positive, right? So what does this mean? Velocity, upward direction, velocity is negative, right? But here acceleration will be positive 10 ms negative 2. That means your g is positive. So whenever any particle, whenever any particle is projected vertically upwards, speed of that particle is 0 at its maximum height. So maximum height, speed 0. right? So vertical speed of projection is equal to vertical speed of arrival. So the formula that we'll be using is if upward velocity is positive, then V u minus gt s is equal to ut minus half gt square v square minus u square is equal to minus 2 gs. Whereas if downward velocity is positive, v is equal to u plus gt, s is equal to ut plus half gt square, v square minus u square is equal to 2 gs. So this is when the object goes downwards. This is when object goes upward. When it is going upward, it will be against the velocity. Your it will be against the gravitational force. So obviously, it will be negative. Whereas if it is going downward, it will be with respect to the gravitational force. So this is how the vertical projection will take place. Now it varies from question to question. Okay, Ji. So here's the example question. A particle is projected vertical upward from the O, point O, fine, with the initial speed of 12.5. With the initial speed of, at the same instant, another particle is released from the rest at the point 10 meter. At the point 10 meter, vertically above O. Find the height above O at which the particle meets. Now, what does this mean? This particularly means that from one point it is coming down and from one point is coming up. So let's just work upon this. So if we just say that a particle going upwards 12.5 speed, it goes upward, right? And one particle is released from the rest. Obviously, you will become zero, but it is moving downwards. So at this point, these two particles will meet. Now, knowing the fact that if I just see that from this point, this is x, so the entire height was 10. So that means this particular height would be 10 minus x, right? So this is what the theoretical question requires you to understand. So particle A, let's say S is equal to ut plus half at square, because I need to consider finding out the variable x. Now I know the distance, which is x, right? Your initial speed is 12.5 t half. Since it is going upward, so A will be what? G at this time, since this is vertical, let's say G. So this will be minus 10, and we do not know the time. So at this point, your x equation will be 12.5t minus 5t square. Similarly, particle B, using the same, s is equal to ut plus half gt square. Now for this is your s will be 10 minus x, because this is how much it has traveled. Now knowing the fact that u was 0, t plus half, this is coming downward, so this will be positive 10, and we'll stick to 10 t square. So this is 10 minus x 5t square. So now we have two equations of particle A and particle B, and they are meeting. So meeting means intersecting each other, and when it says intersecting each other, we use the simultaneous equation method. So we already know the x equation, and let's just substitute particle A into B. So 10 minus your x was 12.5t minus 5t square is equal to 5t square as well. So this will be 10 minus 12.5t. So considering this negative positive, so obviously this will be 5t square, which is cancelled out. So t becomes what? 10 upon 12.5. So t is 0.8 seconds. So when t is 0.8 seconds and I need to find x, so let's say that x will be, because x was 12.5t minus 5t square. So 12.5, 0.8 minus 5, 0.8 square. So x becomes what? 6.8 meter, and this is your answer for this particular question, wherever you were asked to find out the height above O at which the particle meet. Whenever it says meet, that means we are talking about what? Intersection point.